Welcome to Candid Diana, and I want to share with you about my hustle in this American dream, in this land of dreams. I have a hustle. I think I shared with you. I'm studying, almost completing my doctorate, in educational leadership. It's a doctor of education, yeah. And I'm here hustling, cooking mandazis and chapatis. So tomorrow I have a customer, someone who asked me to cook for them. So what I do is I sell my service. I'm good with cooking. I cook very good chapatis, mandazis, pilau. And if anyone has an event or they're just tired, or they have anything going on and they want those items, they just let me know like 24 hours before, earlier, so that I get this ready for them. So tomorrow someone is coming to pick 50 chapatis and a big tray of pilau at 3 p.m. So I normally do, when someone wants me to prepare for them, I wake up early in the morning, like 2 a.m. Like this one now, I consider this a big order. It's 50 chapatis, so it's standing a long time. And then the mixing of the dough, I have right now, God has really blessed me. I started a month and a half, right after my treatment. After my body had started picking up from the cancer treatment. So when I started, it's amazing how God has brought many people my way. So I think it's last weekend, or the other weekend, I cooked for a pre-wedding. I cooked, they wanted 75 chapatis, 75. And that weekend, I remember I cooked 96 chapatis, because there's another one also who requested that I cook 10. So I told them, look, I have a pre-wedding, but they wanted 10 to try. So I managed. I made 10, and then I made 16 I made 11, I think, 11, 16 for the family for dinner that day. It was a Saturday, so they take chapatis on Saturdays. So that was a total of 96 chapatis. So that was a lot, because they wanted the chapatis, and then they also wanted pilau. And then that Saturday I was also making mandazis for a different customer. So for tomorrow I have the large pilau, and then I have 50 chapatis. But because it's Saturday, I have to prepare 20 for the family, so whenever I make chapati or mandazi, I don't have a mandazi order tomorrow, so I'm not making this for mandazi. Whenever I make mandazi or chapati, I make the dough in the night before I go to sleep. So today I'd already dashed. When my husband came back, they came and already made dinner. So I had a Bible study group dinner. So I had to carry my food. Nowadays, if someone calls me to dinner, because I don't know what, like the Bible study group, they were eating pizza. I don't eat pizza. So I had to carry my own food from here, because for me, dinner and whatever, it's the gathering that matters. Being there with people, that's what matters to me. So I went there, we ate. As they were eating pizza, I was eating my chickpeas. I had chickpeas and mixture of red cabbage and the white cabbage, and a little brown rice, like quarter cup cooked. That's what they ate, and a few apples they had there. So anyway, I was telling you, when I make this, I let it rest for some hours, like 2 hours before I wake up. So it's now 10:17. I'm done with the one. So this one will produce 35 chapatis. So this one will produce 35 chapatis, and I'm also making another one for 35. So because they want 50, so that will be 70 minus 50, 20 for the family, right? So there I've shot, you know, I've killed several birds with one stone. So before I mix this one, I'll give me a few minutes. I want to check. I wrote to the customer who wants me to cook for them. I asked them if they want a little sugar in their chapati or not, because some people like some sugar in it, some people don't. So if someone doesn't tell me if they want sugar, I only put salt. But if they want sugar, I'll put a bit of salt and a bit of sugar, and it will also just taste nice. So I want to check with this customer if she wants that. So I asked her a few minutes ago. Let me see if she's replied me. But if not, I'll just do it with salt, and even the salt ones are very delicious. Okay, she has not replied me, so I'm only doing salt. So I'll go. I have to keep that sugar. Okay, so we are starting another round. Oh God, I'm so tired. This work is the most, not the most, this one and the rolling, they are the most difficult, and I believe that God is going to give me more customers, even as I'm able to get money to find a solution for that problem. I need to find a way in which I can mix the dough. You know, get a machine and then mix the dough by itself. It's so hard. So before I did this, before I started the, you know, cooking for people, selling my service, I tried a different business, and you know, the other business that I had, it was a more, something that's more aligned with my area, my career path, you know, the other career path, the education career path. So I had an online consultancy where I helped those who students who wanted to come study in the US. So I helped with their applications and what have you. But let me tell you, if you're gifted in cooking, if you're not gifted, if you know how to cook, you can sell that service, sell yourself, you know. I've come to realize that the food industry is, if you're looking at monetary side, the food industry is great. And for me, while I am looking at the monetary side at this time, you know, because for the consultancy, the kind of consultancy it was, mostly it was targeting international students, right? And most of them, the currency is different. So for me, if I would give a quote or an invoice of or the cost of a service, maybe a resume review or a statement of purpose review, you know, those documents that are required for application, you even tell someone, okay, $20 for a CV, or $50 or $30 for a statement. Somebody thinks that's too much money, you know, and they won't inquire again, they just get lost, you see. And it was a struggle also. It was a struggle because in one fiscal year, I wasn't making the amount that I really wanted to make for like a side business. This was a side business. Side business as if I even had a main thing. School. But for food, can you imagine? And not lying at all. I'm not lying to you at all. The amount that, and you know me, I only cook early morning. I don't cook during the day because I'm with the kids. Huh? So just these major orders sometimes take me to around 10 a.m. you know. But if someone orders like 30 chapatis only, and maybe a tray of mandazi or pilau, I'll be done by 8. I'll be done by 8 a.m., 7 a.m. You know, when the kids are waking up, they find that mama has showered, the place is clean, they won't even know that I was cooking. So, in one weekend, like for instance, the weekend of the wedding, and I'm sharing this for someone who is maybe immigrating now to the US. Maybe you've gotten a green card, or you've just come to join your husband and you don't know what you can do as you wait maybe to get an opportunity, or you're still filing your papers. You know, many things can cause people to stay home. You know, you're a student, full-time student, housewife, things like that. I would tell you that if you know how to cook, the food industry is better. You know, you just sell your service. You tell people, this is what I know how to cook, so that if they have events or they have something going on, you can offer them that service and they pay you for it. I promise you won't regret, because for me, I was saying an example of that weekend of the wedding, and then there was this, the pre-wedding, and then somebody else wanted this, somebody else wanted that. Then I made some mandazis also. That weekend, that Saturday I made about $220, right? 220. So if take away, if we say maybe I needed I take out the stuff that I used, could be maybe $30 or $40, you know, because even my labor and what have you. So it comes to maybe, let's say $150 profit, $150 profit. That's one day. That gives me like double of what my educational consultancy used to give me in even 6 months. Can you imagine? Yeah, and I'm not lying, for real. So I just said, you know what, when I closed it, that was the best decision for me to close, because I closed it after consulting a lot with myself. I know my husband did not want me to close it, but I had to close it because there's a lot of filing taxes, things that you have to keep up with. And yet it's not giving you good returns. You know, people, you know, want you to do it for free for them and things like that. But this one, people eat all the time. There's no day that people will not eat. Even if somebody is fasting, there's a day they will break their fast. Yeah? So, if you're just coming in, whether from Kenya, from Nigeria, from wherever, this is something you want to consider if you don't have something to do yet. Or if you're trying to find a job, it's not coming, and things like that, and maybe you live within a community that has immigrants from your country, and you know the kinds of foods that they like, go for it. You know, the water became a little, so I have to boil one quickly. So yeah, so this is my current hustle, and I don't think, as long as I'm here in the US, whether after my graduation, and even if I get a job, I'm leaning towards a virtual job, you know, teaching in an online university and things like that, or even if I'm a professor, you know, just going part-time teaching, coming back, so that I see where this business is leading. I normally hate starting something just because of desperation of I need to do something. When I develop a passion for it, because I'm starting to feel really excited about whenever I have an order, oh, I'm up, I'm still making this, it's exciting me. The only thing that hurts me is now doing this with my arms, you know, and you see, after surgery, sometimes I feel like it's straining too much, yeah? So I've been saving up from the profits I get. I've been saving up to buy equipment that will help me with mixing the dough. So I hope I'll be able to acquire that soon. It will cut me this time, because you see, like, I made this one already, and then I'm making this. So you see, it's taking me almost 1.5 hours, you know, to the maximum 1.5, minimum maybe 1 hour. But if it was a machine, I just put all the dries, you know, and then put the oil, and then pour the water in it, turn it on, and then it begins to mix it by itself. So that's an investment that I want to make, because it will shorten this other time, and it will allow me to get enough time to rest, because once I've done this, I go to sleep. So like now it's 10:33. I've started the actual work. I was still mixing, putting the stuff. So I'm now mixing the hot water and the noni and the flour. So this will take me time. So 10:34, I'll be going to bed at hopefully 11, right? So if I go to bed at 11, I wake up at 2. Yep, whenever I have such an order, I wake up at 2. But even if I don't have such an order, I still wake up at 2 or 3. Like this morning, I woke up at 2 or 3. It's normally a very good study to read because the kids are, they're not there to distract me all over. I'll wake up tomorrow to start cooking. So see you when I wake up. So you keep me company, all right? And I tell you stories, more stories about hustling in the US. Don't forget to subscribe or like or share, all right? See you in the morning. Bye.